So you know you live with Snapchat Queen, the AI chatbot friends. And look what I found today, y'all. We gonna break down what I've been talking about when I say a green card, right? A green card with citizenship in this silent war family is them coding with these right here, right? The color green is their color, right? That's them coding with what they call their green card service. This is what they did when they created a back door into American citizenship, right? This would be them using the green card in a job to code, right? With each other in the neighborhood. We got a local in the neighborhood that we need to get rid of. Go send code enforcement, right? Neighborhood business service, right? Send code enforcement, right? Not the real city code enforcement, but our code enforcement, because you got to think. McNair is mad right now because I'm posted up in his neighborhood showing y'all how they took me out of my house through a green dot. Working in jobs, right? How they would have been able to get me out of my house, break into my home and my car, using NC Civil. Neighborhood services, right? They up for business. Now, green card service mean they in your city, working as city workers, code enforcement. They would be working as judges. They would got lawyer systems, right? Then you see the guys, we know them as informants, who come in and set up the local community with a green card, right? This would be why they try to give me a charge and trying to shuffle me all around the city so they can find a way to give me a charge, right? Because their mission is war with the locals. That's why they at the funeral homes getting our personal information to follow us around, even with our children, through these school systems. Now, since I've been breaking names down and calling these organizations out that's been following me, all of a sudden now, they got a problem. Not me. They have a problem. Now they got to call out their big dog. So I asked them, baby, where's PJ Conley? Because I've been trying to have a meeting with PJ, who is the person you supposed to be working for and not Mac now, right? Because PJ is the mayor. I set up a meeting with him, still can't get there because he ain't never in office to be available for the public that he's supposed to be serving. But his code enforcement is clearly putting the Americans out of our homes using your system. This all-inclusive plan to exclude the Americans, the locals, out of the positions and jobs while they replace us, right? Now, mind you, he wasn't an American, but he got an American name. Now, what I'm wondering is, which family he done bought Social Security number from that graveyard for him to have that name? For him to be able to get this job, to be into this local community where I can't find the locals because they all doing federal time for something we clearly know they didn't do. While McNair NC Civil is outside tearing up the community, trying to lock the rest of us up. Following our children around in these school systems to harass them. And that's why you need resource officers at these schools now. Because they sending their kids to school to fight the Americans while we trying to learn their fighting war strategies even at the schools. This is why we asking as parents, baby, what are you teaching our kids? Now, we got to be aware of their dialogue because they want a war without fighting, family. That's them coding. Code enforcement, right? That's them coding with code enforcement. See the numbers? And then you see the name. Right? It has a P.O. box for the address. Right? And not a city of Greenville address that we will know. This would be a terrorist. Someone who pimped his way up to a service through a green card. right? Getting into the businesses, following you around to track you, to try to green dot the Americans of what's supposed to be their laws. And this is why I say when they go to school to learn law, to steal and to be disruptive, as opposed to going to school to learn and build themselves. This is what they rather do with law. Ride around and code enforce and harass because it's all about the American dollar. It all boils back to this federal dollar. How many ways can they squeeze money out of you through gang stalking, even in a job? Now here come y'all proof. I'm going to keep getting it to you as they popping up to me. I'm loading real live time. Today is November the 3rd, 2025. It's 1:38 p.m. Now y'all seen the video I put up here with the officer told me to just close my door because he understood that this was my safe place. From me being able to pull away from them harassing me. So why would the city tell me to come back and put myself in harm's way? Why would the city send a code enforcement officer after a real officer told me I'm all right to be safe to come and put myself in harm's way? Right? Come put myself in harm's way. If I'm telling him somebody kidnapped my child, put me out of my house with the judge, following me around with all these people like that ain't from here, and you gonna tell me as a city of Greenville code enforcement officer to put myself back in harm's way? You didn't try to get me no assistance to help me, but offer send a tow truck to tow my car so I could be in the streets without no safety. In the rain, family. You already took my house illegally. Now you following me around with code enforcement and fake police to create a criminal situation where you putting my life in harm's way in the city. Now this is the city of Greenville now putting my life in harm's way by following me around for a code enforcement green card dollar. You like what Snapchat Queen, the AI chat bot friend, boy. We're going to see how McNair on this RICO charge that he trying to run from, how many folks he going to bring down with him. Right there, he said, he going to bring the city of Greenville with these green cards. This their name. Start with him.